Good morning. It's a beautiful day in North Fork, Arizona. I would like to welcome each and every one of you. My name is Jerry Glochet Jr. I'm Chief of Staff for the Office of the Chairwoman, Gwendena Lee-Gatewood. And thank you for joining in today. I am in orange and camouflage. As soon as the show is over, I am planning on heading out to go try to get a wild turkey and hopefully a calf elk. So that's the plan. But welcome. It's 60 degrees here. Beautiful, beautiful day. And so we have a excellent program, a lot of information for you. So without further ado, let's welcome the Honorable Chairwoman Gwendena Lee-Gatewood of White Mountain Apache Tribe. Hey, there
Hello.
you
Hey, good morning. How are
are.
you?
Good, good. Is it any breezy up there where you are, or is it calm?
It's calm right now, but it's chilly. That's why I'm wearing my coat. And
Oh,
I normally sit way out in the woods to do the show, but my internet signal is not that great. So I'm kind of
oh.
linked to the little Wi-Fi box and hoping that I don't fizz out. But that's why we're working on our internet here. And I
Yeah.
just I just want to show you this bench that my nephew made. It's in honor of my dad, and it's got his,
Wow.
and then on the side is my dad's cattle brand. It's on the side of the bench, and
Wow.
my nephew Marty made it for me, and I just love it. It just I just like how he made it, and I asked him, could you make a kitchen table?
I
So
wonder,
anyway,
is he in the market for taking orders, maybe for something similar for different people? I hate to do that. I'm sorry I did that, but now it's out
yeah,
there. But
yeah, I've seen him post, and he does orders. So he's a very, very skilled gentleman, and my uncle Mosai's grandson. So
oh, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Excellent work. Excellent, excellent work.
yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's a beautiful day. I wanted to let the people know. I apologize. I wasn't here last week, and but it's nice today. And this past week, our offices were closed unexpectedly. There was uh, we had a major cleaning inside the facility, and most of the facilities on White Mountain Apache Tribe that deals with tribal business. So we got our entire building disinfected. So we'll be back to full force on Monday, and we have Thanksgiving coming up this Wednesday, actually Thursday, and so I'm already looking forward to when we will have our holiday. But Chairwoman can share more on that later. Chairwoman, before we even go forward here, you mentioned that you have 100 pies right now.
Yeah, I've been cooking all night. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I have some Thanksgiving side dishes, and I'm gonna save some for the radio show on Tuesday. But
Okay.
good morning, Paul Walker. He's watching the show, and Michael Ray, Reba Serrano. Everybody's chiming in. Good morning, everybody. Michael Thompson from Delcon, Arizona. My goodness, welcome. Good morning. Yes, I've got pies and that to give away, and I want to do. I'll just announce it right now so that
Okay.
those of you that are watching, maybe we just have 10 people watching. You never know, but. Uh, the first 25 people to do a post that says Happy Thanksgiving, and what, just a quick comment, and then pie, the word pie next to it, then I'll contact you, the first 25, and then I'll tell you where to go pick up your pie after the show. That way you can have a pie, and you can eat it today, or you can it's frozen, so you can save it for Thanksgiving Day. But for Tuesday, I'm hoping to add a little bit more than just the pies. I'm working on it. So, but today,
So
the first 25.
so if I were to post and use the word pie and say what I'm thankful for, and I'm one of the first 25, where do I pick it up?
I will have Honda Casino give you that pie. The order came in and I needed it to be in a refrigerated spot.
Yeah.
So the truck delivered it to Honda for me. So it's there, and someone will be there to distribute it, probably starting at 1 o'clock until like 3, and it'll be the first 25. So if you want a pie, start commenting.
Is it right under the carport by the entrance into the hotel?
Yeah,
Maybe
the hotel entrance.
that'd be a good spot. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, you heard it right here, so it pays to tune in early, and so comment right now. Hustle, hustle.
I was
This
trying
is
to
all.
I was trying real hard for the other stuff, but dang it, they're not in yet. So
Is this
anyway.
for local or it don't matter? Just
Well,
everybody, anybody,
someone
preferably.
from Sholo, Sibiku, within driving distance,
Okay.
to get a pie.
Okay.
So
Not
yeah.
from Tucumcari. Okay. All right. Hey, Chairwoman, yesterday the Fort Apache Scout newspaper came out, and in your article, you featured an tribute honorary to all of the veterans. And we know, you and I know, that that's probably not a complete list of the veterans or those members of the United States Armed Forces currently or just recently concluded. But we wanted to, share that out there, and it came out yesterday. So it's fairly fresh, but we just want to let the people know that if we mistakenly, honestly forgot or did not put a relative or someone affiliated with White Mountain Apache Tribe in there, do let us know. Maybe post that to the chairwoman, and we'll be sure to, correct that matter. And so yes, just wanted to let you know about that. Yes, Chairwoman, Thursday, Thanksgiving. What are the plans for tribal employees in terms of holidays?
Typically we get Thursday and Friday off.
Okay.
Wednesday, everybody's getting that. I got to do last minute shopping. I have to go, right now, our work schedule, because of COVID and the precautionary measures that we are enforcing, most of the departments work until noon. So, we'll see what Wednesday looks like, but for sure Thursday and Friday we will not be working.
Okay. And so with that, I saw in the news earlier this morning about a lot of folks traveling for meeting family for Thanksgiving, especially at the airports. And that kind of draws a cautionary red flag because it's such an enclosed place, but they're doing the best they can. But the reason why I bring this up is that we should not let our guard down. We all recognize that Thanksgiving is a time where family come together and we spend time together and eat together and watch Dallas Cowboys lose on TV. So that's what usually happens. Just kidding, you Cowboys fans. Oh, I'm just kidding. But anyways, we cannot let our guards down. We got to stay smart. We should avoid these large family outings, just be smart, I guess, is all we're trying to say with respect to the holiday. And, practice the social distancing, the face mask, stay disciplined. Those numbers can easily rise, and we sure don't want to have another outbreak So anyway, Chairwoman, your comments, your thoughts?
You're correct. And the EOC was working on a resolution to give us some guidance. And, you know, you should just have Thanksgiving with your own individual household. You know,
Right.
don't
Right.
invite cousin so and so from, you know, another neighborhood, another town to come to your home. And you know, right now all current guidelines are still in place. We still have the stay-at-home order. We have to wear our masks, stay socially, you know, distant. And when someone comes home, you need to make sure that they're monitoring themselves or yourselves for COVID-19 symptoms, and exchanging food items. You shouldn't do that. You know how when you're like, let's take the leftovers to so and so, and everybody's touching all kinds of food trays.
Oh,
Not a
right.
good idea this time. And
Man, that's tough. That's, yeah, that's
right,
a tough one.
and right now, you know, the other day, I I watched this gentleman, and he was coughing. He had no mask, and I saw him, and he was coughing and digging through the turkeys, like touching
Oh,
another one, and you know what I mean. Then I was
mm,
like, um,
yeah,
you know, and you don't know. It could just have been an allergy cold, a cold cough.
right.
Um, could be anything, but still seeing that, and he had no mask
Yeah,
on. And then
yeah.
I saw another lady report on him, and they asked him to put on a mask, and he was very upset. And you know, the management luckily began to wipe the turkeys, and basically what they did was they just put it in the cart, took it to the back, I think because everybody saw, you know. So
Mhm.
you just have to be very, very careful, wash your hands, and just just be vigilant
Yeah.
in that. And I have to comment, Orlando Teller, our leader at the state for Arizona, he has COVID right now, and he's been
Oh,
posting, yeah, he's been posting every day about what he's been going through, and it's not good. And our prayers are with you, Orlando, and your family, and for everyone else that is enduring this illness. It is you know, unspeakable what it could do to you. Some people shrug it off, oh, it's nothing, but for some it really affects them. So we
man.
can't be second guessing
Yeah.
that, you know. For
Right.
so and he was saying he probably got it at a gas station. And
Yeah.
you know, you just
They
never
just
know.
don't know. You can't see it, and you can't predict anything about it. So, Arlene Beach with Arnold there.
Oh,
Good
Jerry,
morning to you all.
they,
Happy
they,
Thanksgiving.
they
Uh,
gave me they
Producer, if you don't
gave
mind, could you go back to Maddie Tobias? I like her little comment. We can celebrate big next year. We got a lot of hope that we human beings. I saw also on TV this morning in the news that a vaccine, 95% effective thus far, is just around the corner, and it could be readily available at the latter part of December and
right.
distributed in January. And so we'll talk more about that later, but she kind of brings a point where we can celebrate big for next year, but this is the year we just got to stay safe and protect ourselves. And Orlando, I know he's a loyal viewer every Saturday. He and his mother, they watch. So get well, Orlando. Our prayers are with you. And so anyone else out there that's got this, we got prayers for you. So get well soon. Chairwoman, this past week, the tribal council, the governing body, met. Any major announcements that you want to share with everyone before we move on?
We mainly talked about CARES Act funding. We talked about outlooks, what it looks like, how our numbers are holding, um, different proposals. The fire department, how can we help them? How can we help the police department, EMS, all the first responders, especially during COVID, and just Jason Roger, I'm told I'm White Mountain Apache. How do I go about finding out the truth? You have to start with your parents and start your oral history, Jason, and probably write down names and birth dates. And if you have birth certificates and those things, start with that and be sure to get that pedigree, a family history moving backward. And you can contact our vital records here at White Mountain Apache. And the phone number there is 928-338-2510. So anyway, apologize for that. But we also talked about how we can help our college kids. Jerry, this last time during the lockdown, I had some college kids, text me, Chairwoman, I really have a paper that's due, but I'm stuck at home because of this lockdown and I can't go anywhere and I have no internet. What am I going to do? I have this paper due. And luckily I had some of those hot Wi-Fi hotspots and I did get, for my kids. So I'm like, here, use this. But,
Good.
that was a short-term problem. But we know the hardships that our college kids go through. And some of them, they're working a job, going to school, carrying the load, and they go through a lot. And then when they come home, the internet's not good or they have no internet. They're a little bit more limited. So the tribal council wanted to give something back to them, and we called it a hardship grant. And with that hardship grant, the full-time students and part-time, I believe, the criteria was emailed out and posted on Emergency Operations Center's Facebook. You can apply for that hardship grant, and it's up to $500 just to help you through this time. So
Great.
if you need a Wi-Fi hotspot device, hey, use that to get it. Or if you have an outstanding, bill at school, you got to pay it before you get your report card. There you have it. And that's something that the council did. And we also made some changes at one of our resorts, and we're doing what we can to make improvements all the time. And sometimes that involves decision making. And we have new management interim management up at Sunrise. So I don't know if you want to go into that or save that for later.
Well, probably shortly there, but I'm glad you brought that up. And by the way, before we continue, thank you, Chairwoman. Thank you, Vice Chairman. Thank you, members of the governing body, for doing that for our youth that are seeking higher education.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry?
Yeah.
I have to mention earlier, Arlene Beach made a comment. Her and her husband showed up at the house just the other day and gave me the most beautiful, beautiful camp dress. Oh my goodness. Perfect sewing, horses on there. I mean, it was top notch. And I posted it and it's gotten over 500 likes and comments.
Wow.
And that's just how beautiful it is. And, I'm so thankful. When she posted it, I thought, wow, that's so beautiful. That's some lucky lady's going to get that dress. And I almost inboxed her. Can I buy that? But it was a gift for me. And I'm so humbled and so very grateful. And she's a beautiful woman and she can just sew with perfection. And Councilman Beach as well, he came over with her and gave it to me, and very, very, very grateful for that. So
outstanding. Good. That's good to hear stuff like that. Bobby Nachu, Thanksgiving to you all. Good words right there. Just 5 words says it all. Chula DeHose, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
She's my niece, and she's very, very outgoing. I've gotten to know her throughout this time, and I really appreciate her encouragement and good words. So
good. All right. Well, you mentioned, Chairwoman, earlier that the governing body made a decision to start a new at Sunrise. That's what the enterprise that you were referring to, and ski season's coming up real soon. Before we introduce our next guest, he's sitting right here next to me. Um, oh, Chula, she's from Porterville, California. Yay! Right on. Wow. So that's good. Her first time watching. Keep watching. Let other people know they're invited. All right. So we have a special guest sitting right next to me, and the interim general manager. But before we do that, Chairwoman, if you don't mind, may I share just a little bit of history about Sunrise, and I'll go as fast as I can. And this is just from conversations with former Chairman Ronnie Lupi. Is that all right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Go right on ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he was elected tribal council in 1964 at the age of 34. And 2 years later, in the middle of his 4-year term, he decided to run for chairman while his father was on the governing body as well. And he got elected. And that was a time when elders were dominating the tribe's best. It was a different day at that time, and I got somebody from Texas calling. So I don't know if I can't hear myself on this. I hope I'm still on.
You can keep
I'm
going.
assuming I'm on. So, but chairman became chairman for the first time at the age of 36 in 1966, and that was before I was even born. And he referred to the cultural holy side of this whole story here. You may or may not know the Great Seal right above my forehead there on that visual. It says live from the executive office. We all seen that, right? At the top is a white star. To the right of it is a black star. To the bottom of it, right above where my hairline is a blue star. And to the left of it, in the middle there, is the yellow star. So in the Apache way, we always pray in the morning early, the start of a new day. The start is the key word, a new day. Typically, the doors were faced towards the east, and we would pray early in the morning as the sun was beginning to come over the horizon. And so in the Great Seal above, we always start from the east with black, and the black represents the universe before Earth was created, and so that's the starting point. Blue is the south, or it's interchange with green, turquoise, and that's when Earth, water, land, all of that's created. Yellow is to the west, and that's where we are at. The humans and the animal and every life, was flourishing, and then in the grand scheme of things, we finish at the white, and it's clockwise. White is like purity. As we age, our hair, like mine's here, we get white. We get closer to returning back to our Creator, and so that's elderhood, that's pureness, and it's kind of coincides with the four seasons too. Spring and summer and fall and the winter, the colors associated with that, and so it's just a little bit of culture there. But Apache, we've always had what's called the sunrise dance, and that's a moment where a young girl changes into a woman. During that change is a crucial time to the Apache long ago, still today, and that it represents the holiness there of a natural change, and so it is thought that that this is a time of prayer and being holy, So families come together in the name of culture and song and dance and prayer, and so that's what we have with this sunrise dance. And the singer, the medicine people, they all face east with their drum, the drum beat, the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and the young changing woman, I'll call her that, the white painted lady facing east too. And her focus is into the future, into the great unknown, the great beyond, just in prayer, asking Creator on behalf of all of us, the medicine people, the family, the sponsor, the co-sponsor, the tribe, the future, the seasons, the rain, the water, the wildlife, all of that interconnected finds harmony and unity. And so that's what this is all about there. And so Chairman Lupi in 1966, he wanted to have at the far eastern part of the reservation at the Black Mountain, the east, a skiing enterprise. When he became chairman in 1966, he was only 36 years old. And back then, things like sovereignty, trust responsibility, you know, from the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the United States federal government, they were supposed to assist tribes in that manner and bring forth, help them find that edge to survive and flourish. And so at that time, the superintendent, he didn't want chairman to be opening his mail. He didn't want chairman to be traveling alone. But chairman said, "No, I'm doing this." And so anyway, he got a lot of mail, lots of mail. I don't know how much was postage back then. It was pretty cheap. There was no internet, and phone numbers were hard to find. So a lot of letters came to White Mountain Apache Tribe, and it came across the street from Bureau of Indian Affairs. Chairman told me that those letters, a lot of them in the winter about this time, requests to go cross country skiing, requests to go tubing, requests to go sliding down the mountain, requests to go make a little ski down a hill right near what's called Sunrise now, on these mountains that we have. And back then, snow was big, big snow, and it would last a long time. So, not just 5 letters, not 25 letters, not, I mean, it was a lot of letters. He made it sound like it was over 250. And so it was a noticeable trend. And so he thought, you know what, this is an opportunity for the tribe to look ahead in creating an enterprise. And maybe we can explore um, a winter destination, if you will. And so they got started on it, and then another roadblock came. Remember I told you that in the time when he was chairwoman, it was dominated by the elders. Elders were very strong back then. No, meant no. No going around this way. No, no meant no. And chairman just did that exactly what I did, pointing to me, with a little bit of emphasis. Back then, that was honored. They didn't have a real big fancy council room. It just met around a folding table and met every once a month. And so that's what they did. They told Chairman Lupi, no, you cannot have this winter destination that you're talking about, a ski park near or on our holy mountain. And Chairman, he said, boy, no, it's not at Mount Baldy. It's not in that area. It's away from it. Let me work on transportation. Let's go on a field trip. I'd like to invite all of you to go to where I'm talking about. And so they did. It was a old beat up road. They had to, get people ahead of time to clear the roads and help escort them in and escort out, because it was wilderness. It was really deep, dark in there, thick forest. So anyway, they said, you're right. And then Chairman at the same time explained all these letters that came in and the prospect. He had some friends from, oh, this is where I get messed up. I think it's either Austria or Germany. And they said, you are at a haven, Chairman Lupi. You do not know what potential you have, that this is going to be something fabulous for the people. You should do it as soon as possible. And so they did. Council said okay, and they got a whole bunch of grants from EDA, and the rest is history. So I kind of like, the logo of today's sunrise. They got this here, the crown dancer, one of the deity of the past. They're still today over the mountains because we are a mountain people, White Mountain Apache tribe. That's who we are. And so it's like a holy place if you think about it. We want good company. We want good feeling. We want people to be smiling and happy. That's for the customer. That's for the employee. That's for management. That's for White Mountain Apache tribe and the whole White Mountain region. That is a holy place because Chairman Lupi connected that. He is, I would say, the godfather, the creator, the spirit behind having sunrise being there. And so what I say to you is the truth, that that's what he had told me in the vehicle as we travel a lot. In his elder age, I was the fortunate person to be that person, and I listen. We never listened to the radio. He didn't like the AC on too much, except only in Phoenix, I guess. But yeah, so it got approved, and there you go. And so with that, we now kind of coincidentally have a opportunity at hand. We do have a new general manager sitting next to me, and I'd like to introduce him. And it's from the governing body. I don't know, and I'm telling you the truth, I don't know all the details of what became of this, but it's a new start. And so, though it is warm today, we anticipate that a winter season is coming. Yes, we are also in a pandemic. There's hope around the corner for this vaccine. And then also another small barrier is that we're kind of limited with the fiscal side of things. But that has never deterred the spirit of perseverance and the willingness to try to make a positive difference. And I believe that's what this person next to me is. And I'll have him sit right here, and I'll scoot up a little bit. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to meet our new acting general manager, and you can adjust this to make sure you're right there. Okay. So Roger Leslie, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we move forward, and then Chairwoman can interject with questions?
Great. Good morning, Chairwoman. Appreciate
Morning.
the opportunity to be here and just talk a little bit about myself. And my name is Roger Leslie. I am a White Mountain Apache enrolled member. I am also a Hopi and Tewa from up northern Arizona. And I've been in the business, actually business in general, for quite some time. I graduated from college in '93 with a bachelor's degree and from Fort Lewis College, and came home. I actually came back and talked to Chairman Lupi, and I was all gung-ho excited, saying, I want to do something for the tribe. I want to, at the time, my goal was to be the economic planner. That's when Mr. Charlie O'Hara was on board. And I remember Chairman Lupi looking at me and just giving me a little chuckle and smile. And I said, but that's what I want to be. I want to grow into something that would be useful and beneficial to the tribe. And Chairman Lupi says, we have a job for you. And he put me in charge of the fair and rodeo I'm not a rodeo person, so it was really an adjustment. I got put in, and I was told I had 3 months to get the fair and rodeo up and running because I graduated in May of '93, and of course the fair and tribal fair and rodeo is on Labor Day weekend. So that was my first experience of being put into a facility or a position with very short time periods of turning the operation around and making it beneficial for the tribe. And I always prided myself that I wanted to do my best as in any position or capacity that I'm put in. After doing that for the fair and rodeo, I got called to the chairman's office again, and I was wondering what was going on. I wanted to plan for the upcoming tribal fair, and he asked me about Indian gaming. He says, "Are you familiar with Indian gaming?" I said, "I've never been to a casino." He says, "We're going to be getting ready to start opening up a casino," and that was that same December. And we need to get started by hiring people, getting the whole casino up and ready. And Tribal Council has voted you as the assistant general manager to learn and be able to one day take over the operation. So again, end of Labor Day, I was already put into the casino and building it from the small restaurant that it was to the casino when it opened. And it was a lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, and working with a lot of people to get themselves hired, as well as background and policies and regulations, and creating a casino from scratch, from that old Honda restaurant that it used to be, the cafe on the corner, to the starting grounds of the resort facility. So after working at the casino for some time, I started being called to other tribes. I was asked to provide training, giving speeches and presentations. And so after 12, 13 years at Honda, I took on the opportunity to start traveling and providing consulting services and training opportunities for other casinos that wanted to open up, as well as doing a lot of training and consulting for leadership, conflict resolution, team building, doing a lot of marketing and promotion, special events, and these type things, not only associated with casinos, but also with any type of business venues or ventures that some of these places had. So that's what got me interested, knowing here's an opportunity to travel. So I took that on, and I left Honda and I started traveling the country and went to various places. And yeah, I've been up north during the winter and not knowing where I was driving because the snow was so bad. And thankfully making it after realizing I had driven onto a lake up in North Dakota and I took the wrong turn because I was supposed to be at a casino. Instead, I was on a frozen lake. So, and then to the south part of the summer seasons, being in 120 plus degree weather, driving to a training facility without AC and overheating vehicles. So I've been to the extremes, not only in business environment, but also in temperature. And I love snow. I love the cold. I was born in December. So seeing this, being in the mountain area, being in the cool weather is just fit for me. And then when I came back, I basically started doing not only the training, but I got back into the casino business. I got in on the regulatory side of the operation, doing a lot of compliance and audits, doing a lot of cash balancing and making sure that financial statements were correct. Operation management was operating efficiently, and came close to home when my kids were getting into their junior and senior year of high school, and I worked in Payson. I was a general manager at the casino there. And after that was done, I came back here to White Mountain and worked with the tribe again with the planning department. And then I helped out with the utility department. And then that's when the council put me up at Sunrise to do the interim position previously. And now I had a phone call on Monday and heard that quite a few people were looking for me from the council, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I found out the council again has put the trust in me. I'm really honored and humbled by it as well, and thankful for this opportunity. And will definitely do what I can and work as hard as I can on behalf of the tribe, and of course for the staff, because I know they're all wanting to know how things are going to go, and we want a smooth transition, and we also want to make it the best we can for the upcoming season because it's just right around the corner. And I'm looking forward to it. And I know the management team that we have up there, they have been dedicated, and they have been working very hard as they can. We'll do what we can to be ready and prepared. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, thank
Chairwoman,
you.
did you have any questions?
Yes, I believe you have a master's degree too, right?
Uh,
Like a
yes,
resort management kind of hospitality type.
Right. When I graduated in '93 with business management as well as marketing from Fort Lewis, and years later, after when I did the training and traveled throughout the country, I saw what a lot of tribes were doing, and with their casino dollars and the benefits they were getting from their casino dollars, they started expanding into other properties and getting into other entertainment venues and getting into resort destination, tourism destination facilities or properties, and I saw that as an opportunity as well because we can't just stay stagnant. We can't just stay where we're at. We have to continue to grow and find ways to grow. And I saw an opportunity to go back for my master's degree. I received it from San Diego State University, and I graduated just a few years back. And it was kind of tough because at the time I graduated, I had to take care of personal matters. My mom was elderly, and there was limited caregiving. Although we had a great caregiver, we needed someone there 24 hours. So I stepped up to be there with my mom and take care of her. And but my master's degree was sitting there on the shelf, and I was getting all antsy saying I need to put it to use. I need to get it back to utilizing the benefits and the things I've learned from that program, which is a very great program. But of course, a lot of opportunities and a lot of jobs currently are now looking at master level candidates. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had my master's degree.
That's excellent, and your work history speaks for itself, and you seem to be put in places at a time when things need to make a positive turnaround, and you have that record, and I commend you for that. Your ethics, your hard work speaks for itself, and once again, those strategies that you have used at those moments in time, what are some of those strategies that will now help improve Sunrise? And I've been getting a lot of questions on, are you opening this year? When can we get up there? And I know that your work's cut out for you, and you're gonna, I'm just very grateful that you're able to take this, running.
Mm-hmm.
You've already have your boots on the ground from prior experiences, and just what strategies do you have that you believe will be beneficial and can implement?
Right. I have had the opportunity, like I said previously, working for Sunrise and helping during that transition, during the interim, being an interim previously. So it gave me a good insight as to the operation, what the resort facility has to offer, and its potential. It still has great potential to still be a resort destination and draw from all over the area. And that boils down to, what is our message? What is the company culture? What is it that we stand for and believe? Jerry gave some really great history about what Sunrise was in its infancy and how it grew into what it currently is. Well, what do we need to do to establish in the minds of our customers that this is the place to go? And we know there's other competing resorts in the next couple of states.
Area.
But one of the things that I look at is what differentiates us, what makes us unique that other places do not offer, and how can we expand and really promote that? And one of the things I know, it always starts from ground zero, is how do we enhance our current facility? How do we make it up to par? Because if we're charging a certain dollar rate for services, we want to make sure not only is it the best customer service that we are providing, but we're also providing it in an environment friendly, safe, and that it's adheres to safety elements of our visiting guests. So one of the things I look at is, even now when I got the phone call, I was starting to think what's all going on. I have a lot of research I need to do. especially with the COVID. COVID issue is the biggest concern. And I know right now, I already asked in Arizona, there is no specific, I know there's recommendations and there are areas of attention that should be paid when it comes down to guests coming into it, whether it be a restaurant or a gift shop or to a retail store, but there's nothing specific to a ski resort. So I've already reached out and looked at neighboring states. New Mexico has a really great requirement on their COVID facility. So even with the ski resort, they're already talking about how to address and be cautious and provide safety for visiting guests, that are riding the ski lifts, that are, coming and buying their tickets and all these various things of ski resort operations. So those are things I'm already looking into, and how can we establish that to ensure that our guests that are coming from, whether it be Phoenix, Tucson, local areas, how do we prove that we are just as concerned for their safety and the safety of our staff, that we are adhering to some of these COVID requirements and standards?
Right. And I also wanted to comment that being in the White Mountains, we have neighboring cities who, because of the skiers and the winter recreational activities, they also have an advantage of having their businesses, the hotels, they could go there, they could shop at the local shops. The White Mountain community, we've been tied together, based on mutual respect, friendship, the business relationship. We have a long history, and we're very, very proud of that, and we're humbled by it, and we want to keep that going and growing. So with that, I'm glad that the local communities, we work together. After all, we're all a part of this mountain community here.
And that's one of the things I believe I can bring to the table. Not saying that anything about the past of people that have been here before, but that's one thing I like to do, is I do like reaching out to the communities. I have sat on various committees previously. I was part of the White Mountain Partnership, where we did a lot of advertising and marketing for the entire White Mountain region. Which went from, Snowflake, Show Low, Pine Top, Eager, Springerville. So, we work with communities, I work with the chambers of commerce. I've been working with the ad and promo committees from time to time. Even with the tribe, I've worked, we had when I was at the casino, we had a White Mountain Apache marketing partnership. And that's where the entities within the tribe had a marketing plan and strategy, and we would buy in bulk, so that way our message could reach a lot further, rather than each of us trying to do our own marketing plan or marketing strategy. So even with that, I have already reached out to the general manager at Honda, Brent Kurth, and told him, hey, I'm coming aboard. What can we do? How can we start working on stuff that we can ensure that, the benefit of the casino as well as Sunrise can match and work cooperatively with one another. But I'm also very assured that, Pine Top, Lakeside, the whole White Mountain communities, they have always been, for me, have been open armed. They have always been inquisitive. What is Sunrise doing? What is Honda doing? What can we do to help in regards to sharing our joint efforts? And I know sometimes there are situations that may seem that one community is benefiting more from another community's efforts, but I look at it that if we get people up on the mountain, preferably they stay, with Sunrise, they stay up at Honda, but we know there's going to be overflow because we don't have enough of the hotel accommodations or capacity to meet the demands of all the people that would be coming up. So that does have that overflow, just as well as the restaurants and, these other, convenience stores and other places that benefit from the various communities. But the biggest thing is how do we ensure that we have a cooperative relationship, that we are transparent, that we are open with our efforts, and that, we're not trying to circumvent or undermine or try to use someone for our own benefit and not provide any benefit in return. But likewise, when we do all these things, of course, we want that cooperative relationship with our local communities, that we work together, but that's part of my regulatory background as well, as, it's not only just what are we doing, but are we doing it correctly? You know, what are our policies and procedures? What is our strategies? How do we make sure we're meeting all our audit requirements? But also, what is our relationship to communities? What is our relationship to safety? You know, how do we make sure that we're adhering to our environmental issues or other types of items that we want to make sure that our facility is operating in accordance to those established guidelines.
Excellent. Jerry, do you have any questions for Roger?
No, not really. All I can say is that I'm quite confident in Mr. Leslie. He has a trail of promoting accountability and transparency that he talked about in, reporting to the tribe and the region. And then also, he's always been a fair minded person and will treat everyone with respect and abide with the current policies and procedures. And he just has that strong business sense that he has learned from a very young age, going all over the place. So I think it'll be a good challenge. And right now, I just want to encourage the general public, you viewers out there, that this is you, this is me, this is us, this is White Mountain Apache Tribe, our White Mountain region. We're in it together. I think we should come together and unite and have prayer in our hearts. As Chairman had with this history, he named Sunrise after the Sunrise Dance. Sunrise Dance, I talked about it, is about prayer and the hope for the future. Sunrise, in a sense, is prayer and hope for the future. And so it can be something really powerful for White Mountain Apache Tribe and the people of Springerville, Pine Top, Sholo, our surrounding communities here. And so we should just come and support and make this new journey, new step with a new day, a new dawn at sunrise. Sunrise, early in the morning, a new day. So coinciding with a new vision here, I guess, that the governing body had by selecting Mr. Leslie.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity to come and speak. And I'm looking forward to a great season. Looking forward to working with the team up there at Sunrise, and definitely I'll do my best.
Thank you very much, and good luck to you and the interim management and to the employees, the boots on the ground. Thank you for all that you do, and to you, the skier, to you, the recreational people, fishing, outdoor, what have you. Thank you. We welcome you. Our doors have always been open. We the Creator blessed us with beautiful mountains, rivers, lakes, and streams, and we've been blessed. And Thanksgiving is around the corner, and that is something that we all are grateful for. Just to be here in these beautiful United States and being grateful for family. Yes, we have hard times and we endure that adversity, and how we react to that adversity determines our character. And that's a lesson that we learn throughout life. Yes, we make mistakes. We learn from those mistakes. We just have to make sure not to try to repeat it. Sometimes we do, but that's the human nature. But we learn and grow from it. And that's where wisdom, gets fine-tuned and chiseled, so that when you are grandma and grandpa, you then can give those words of wisdom to your grandchildren, or even your children from now, what your life experiences have been. So, Jerry?
Chairwoman, and we did that. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, I should say thank you on behalf of the people. You've been pretty busy during this pandemic. You've been visible, you've been out there. And one of the biggest things that I'm proud of you about is trying to help. I saw a lot of news this morning, and they were showing people being hungry out there, longer lines at these food center places. And so you did these food distributions, a lot of them, some was just water and then different things, but the point being is that you wanted to try to help. And so I appreciate that. But I wanted to see if there was any plans for any food distribution in the near future this week, or will it resume next week? Do you know?
I do believe that we have a truck coming on Wednesday, but I will confirm that on Monday. And
Okay.
and if it comes, the plan is to have it here at Honda. The distribution manager, of course, for this crew is Jonathan Loopy, and
All
he's
right.
done a great job.
Yeah.
Getting the crew lined up and doing the schedules. I really have to hand it to him. He really took this and took the ball and got it running. And so I appreciate all the helpers, Apache Enterprise, that crew. They work hard, and each box is like 30 pounds, and they're just, hauling it and doing what they need to do. And the EOC, everyone else that's doing food distributions at this time, and the people that have donated, my goodness, thank you.
All right. Well said. Chairwoman, we were closed this week, but I did get a lot of inquiries, about 4 or 5, and that usually means there's more people behind that. They're requesting about this household plumbing opportunity that's available through your office. Now, let's back up a little bit. The governing body approved a source of funding to assist the people with water problems inside their household or outside. And so it's for each of the districts, right? Plus, so that's 4. There's 4 districts, plus the vice chairman and you with the smaller budget, but nonetheless, you on your own have an application, and it's available at your office, so people can come by, fill out that application and turn it in. And I don't remember all the criteria, but could you expound on this opportunity for household plumbing improvements?
It's plumbing, sewer, and water. And as you know,
Okay.
with COVID-19, hygiene is a priority. You need to be able to have sanitation. You need to be able to wash your hands, because that's what gets rid of the virus or helps you combat the virus. So the goal with CARES Act funding is, how can we prevent or mitigate COVID-19? So we set aside some funding to help the people, the tribal members, to apply for funding to get their homes water repaired. I know, Jerry, we get a lot of calls about old pipes, or
Yes.
I no longer have running water in my house, kind of thing.
Yes.
So we're trying to do everything that we can to make those water repairs, plumbing repairs, sewer repairs, what have you. And some of the people that have picked up the application have been giving it to EOC. Now, EOC is doing the applications for the governing body. I did this on my own because they said, this is your budget. You go with
Right.
how you want to proceed. So my application, it asks you, do you have running water in your bathroom, your kitchen? Tell us what's wrong. And the reason why I asked that is so that when we get the plumber, before he does the house call, he can know, oh, I'm going to need this item to go to this house because they have this problem. That way he can come prepared. Those are the reasons why the questions are asked the way that they are. It gives the plumber an idea of the problem that he's going to go encounter. So you can still pick up the applications. I need to get some more copies, but now what I'm doing is having Erna and Debbie create a spreadsheet and then send them on to the plumber, the water, whoever is going to go to those households and help get those repaired.
Okay. Yeah, I remember a Misty, Irwin, Mr. Infield. They're the ones that contacted me, and they are not blood relatives. So we're trying to be fair. We accept it at the order as it comes in, and then we forward that to our plumbers that are working for us, and they will assess the issue. They will also review the application, and then finally get on it, hopefully, and fix that problem, that annoying problem we've had for years. So thank you on that, Chairwoman, for clarifying that. Next item, behind me, you see some firewood, and I'm fortunate, I'm lucky. Others, I am sure, are not as fortunate. There are some elders that, need support. And where can they get firewood? Because I know you were involved in hiring a lot of wood cutters. And so where do people go to get firewood, and how does that work?
You have to go to social services and speak to Kenesha Wycliffe. You can
Kanisha
also,
Wycliffe?
yeah, you can also call 928-338-4164, I believe is the phone number to social services. And what happens from there is Wamatco will deliver to the homes, and we have to ration it out so that at the wood pile as it comes in, everyone that puts in an order through
Has it
Kenesha, yeah, they'll get a certain load
good?
amount. Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's a really good idea. It's a source of income for the wood cutters, and it's a source of wood for those that cannot cut wood at all. Especially elderly ladies that just live with little kids or something. So it does happen. All right. Well, thank you for that as well. Also had another question, Chairwoman. You promoted in a previous show Res Dogs calendars, and this would be starting on January 1 of but the product I believe is about complete. I'm sure some people will want to know, maybe they might even want to buy some for Christmas. Where is it available? When does it become available?
I checked with the printer. They're telling me it should be ready by next week. And it has the monthly feature of a res dog. And we couldn't unfortunately name it Res Dog, REZDOG, because that name is copywritten. So we had to so we had to get a little creative, and people were saying name it Tlachana, Shikusha, But
That's good.
yeah, but
That's
we
good.
came up with a different way to spell Res Dog. So that kind of got us through the loop there. And that calendar is featuring dogs on each month and a quote from the tribal members. I mean, you tribal members are the one that put this calendar together. So thank you. Thank you for allowing your member of your family to be on this calendar. Not all the dogs could make it on the calendar, of course, but we thank you, and it will be out. And just proceeds from the sale of that calendar. I've already spoken to Duran, our treasurer. I want him to handle that side of it and to take care of it, so that money could be donated to our Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever crew, or anything that has to do with our pet population, spay and neuter program, what have you. Since this is the beginning of it, we may not make as much as we want to, but at least it's a start. And for those of you that are watching, if you have a pet lover in your family, and you want to donate a small amount to helping the cause of helping, a pet out there, or a canine that needs help, we will sure gladly accept that. And we'll have that information as it becomes available when the calendar is finally done and the unveiling of it. And there's some good candidates there. Yeah, the layout is
excellent. It's going to be a very beautiful investment if you decide to buy one. So I encourage you to buy one. Go do it. I didn't realize that there were many dog lovers out there. When you told me the numbers of entries, I was like, wow, they're so proud
Yeah.
of their own dogs. Like the dog is an actual member of the family that sits on the lazy boy chair and watches TV and like Professor in there, our guard dog.
You know, some of those dog photos, as cute as they were, when my layout person tried to make the picture bigger, it added these little pixels and it kind of made the photo. Yeah. So that happened with that. So, but anyway, we
Okay.
have it in production.
Chairwoman, this Thursday is Thanksgiving. The next day is traditionally called Black Friday. Black Friday is kind of like a fun time, kind of get a jump start on shopping for Christmas, for family relations, whoever. But this year, we got pandemic, we got COVID-19 still out there somewhere. We don't know where it's at, and it can cause harm to you or your family if you get it. And so it might be wise this year to avoid like a crowded Walmart or a crowded store. It's too risky, we got to think safety. Maybe an idea would be ordering online. And if you're like me, I don't want to order online. It's just going to take forever. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's me right there. But I got the young people that can have patience to do it. They'll order it, and then all I give them is the card, and it's done. And sure enough, 5 days later, it's at the post box. Like, wow!
Yay, Tyra!
Yeah,
Tyra.
yeah. But so you want to expound on just safety for Black Friday, Christmas, all of that?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be shopping. So just be very careful. Wear your mask. It's better to just do online. Shop local. You never know what you can find, but if you just go local, help one another out, help the merchants out there, and they'll appreciate it. And just be careful. Be vigilant. Be very, very aware of what you're going there to get. Be very prompt. If there's long lines, you just have to be very careful.
Chairwoman, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a lot of res dogs crying because they didn't make the calendar.
Oh no. Oh
They're
no.
crying out there. Just kidding. I think an ambulance went by over there or something. But okay. All right. Hey, Chairwoman, you are the president of Apache Alliance, which was formerly occupied by former Chairman Lupi, the creator of Apache Alliance. We have the summit coming up soon, December 11, 10 a.m. virtual, and I guess we're supposed to register. I just read the email this morning. We didn't even register yet, so it's coming up soon. So I don't know if it will be a public thing, but we'll let people know as it gets closer. I guess so.
Yeah.
Apache Alliance Summit's coming.
Yeah.
Also, what's coming around the corner, I told early this morning, was a vaccine. I saw that in the news. Are there any planning right now with the council, the EOC, about prioritizing with leaders from the state or national in getting that we're not the last in line, you know what I mean? And that perhaps maybe elders can be right up front. All of this is expected late December, early January. So any thoughts on that, Chairwoman?
Yes, we've been told that the tribe itself, we've been working with Pfizer, and its vaccine has given a 95% efficacy rate in helping to prevent COVID. And we have been advised that vaccine from Pfizer will be made available in mid-December sometime. And the number of doses, I believe they'll be administering two, apart from one another. But they do have a recommended priority that it be for first responders, all the, your EMS, fire, police, game rangers, forest rangers, what have you. And then after that, the tier structure of your community health representatives, client business offices, all the health related fields on down the line. And then your compromised people with underlying health conditions. And that's coming on down through the line, and we'll be getting an update probably next week on how that will all play out.
Good.
But
Okay.
there's been a lot of speculation about the vaccines, but when you have a health team whose reputation is nothing but being the top, and I'm talking about Johns Hopkins University, who has been a partner to White Mountain Apache Tribe for 40 years. Their word means a lot. And the health officials that we have at Indian Health Service, we've been working for the healthcare of our people for many, many years, from, going back decades. And to have that assurance and knowing that it is safe and will provide the protection, that the tribal council is not just going to let anything happen to our people. We're very, very careful on how we proceed with those things. So we analyze, we evaluate, we ask a lot of questions, and we get our results and move forward that way.
Good. That's good to know. Reassuring. Excellent. Okay. Also, I went ahead and wrote this down. I spoke with Coach K yesterday, not Coach Mike Krzyzewski of Duke University, not him. It's the other Coach K, Kyle Goklish. He coaches Alchese basketball. We talked a little bit about AIA winter sports. As you may or may not know, Alchese, our local high school here, foregone fall sports. They just canceled everything. But for winter, it appears they may participate. And so the AIA, Arizona Interscholastic Association, extended the winter sport start date on January 5. And Alchese will be in the North region, which is with Wendouraq and Chinle and Monument Valley, Ganado, Tuba City, that company. That's going to be a great company. They're not going to allow fans. There's no tournaments, and I think the season's a little shorter. And I think Coach K said that they may not participate in the state tournament, but rather they might have their own big tournament here at the end of the season, somewhere up here in the North region. And so that's kind of exciting, but they have safety in their mind. And so just wanted to share that with the people, because people have been kind of cooped up, and they like Cardinals, they like U of A or ASU, they like Phoenix Suns and stuff, but they really love Alchese sports. And so I think they missed that. So it's something to look forward to. Just FYI, Chairwoman. Chairwoman.
Jerry, just before I forget, Bryce Jones out in Georgia. Wow. She's a tribal member. She's graduating today, summa cum laude. And if our producer can put her picture, there she is. Right, beautiful girl. Yeah, she's our Georgia girl out there, and she's getting her degree. And we're so proud of her, Bryce Jones. Congratulations from the White Mountain Apache tribe. Again, when a tribal member succeeds, the tribe succeeds. That is just awesome. And we just wanted to congratulate her mom, Chris, and the family out there in Georgia. Congratulations.
Salute. Congratulations. Way to go. Chairwoman, we have another special guest, and you can introduce him. I believe he's a Sun Devil. That's good to know. I'll throw the ball to you.
Yes, he is. And what a magnificent flute player. His instructor in high school was also my instructor, because I used to play the flute too, but I had to stop after I graduated high school because I went on to NAU, and I still have my instruments. I still practice here and there, but I am nowhere near what Samuel can do. But very, very grateful to have him here. So Samuel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Samuel Lupi.
Samuel Lupi, right on.
He's
Yes.
from Cibicu, so go to Cibico.
I'm from Cibicu.
Who are your parents?
Oh, my parents are Roger Lupi and Minda Nachu. And you know what, Madam Chair, we should just get together and play duets. I think that would be really fun.
I've always wanted to play a portion of the Marshall Tucker band, heard it in a love song.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I wish I could play in a band just for that little part.
It's never too late. Let's do it.
Yeah. And Laura Schulten, please give her my best. I know you still communicate with her.
Yes.
She was just she would just tell me, don't give up. She would just, tell me all the time, practice, practice, practice. So I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I worked really hard for that recital. I'm very glad that people got to see it.
Good. I saw that it was virtual. You just did awesome. And any other upcoming performances that we can look into and see you on there?
Right now, I'm getting ready for a concerto competition. So I'm going to play a piece called Trail of Tears, and it's dedicated to the traumatic Trail of Tears, and it's a very powerful piece. I'm very excited to play that.
Oh wow. And what year are you at ASU?
I'm a junior.
Wow.
Right.
Cool. And what are you going to do during this break that's coming up?
Well, I have to have Trail of Tears memorized, so I'm going to be working on getting that in my head and for memory, and that's about it.
Well, you know what, Samuel, we're so proud of you. Your instrument playing is phenomenal. And Jerry, did you have any questions for Samuel?
Well, the Trail of Tears has a significant history. You forward to today, we are in a pandemic. We kind of stay at home. We shelter in place sometimes. We even go so far as lock down. We got Thanksgiving just a few days away. We might not be close with other family that we wanted to, but so it kind of the same mood, but I'm really looking forward to your music here. And I just want to say before I even hear it, congratulations and best wishes and everything that comes ahead in your future endeavors. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Di Samuel Lupi at distribute be Westin Belze and El flute Nalze that Ehabozi. Jon ye o yikena iziko be ma minda nachu be ta Roger Lupi dako be kegatila had ye o nada iziko bestau Jean bestau ba da aya and then lini jo ba kenal tinti the corn which hansi la belsti one which had zi the jing de stop besanota. Samuel, I want to ask you to play something for us, but I also now want to ask our producer to put up something that's a special message for you. So, Mr. Producer, if you could please put that up there.
That's what she said. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Samuel.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more from your family, your friends, and the office of the chairwoman. Samuel, I am so very proud of you. Every tribal member out there, each one has talented gifts. Every one of them, even from the time immemorial, and you exhibit the talents that you have. I just want to tell you that we're so proud of you. And if you could please play a piece for our viewers. And then after that, we're going to go into prayer that Jerry can lead. So Samuel, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to play one of my favorite Christmas songs because it's the time. I hope you enjoy.
All right.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Civic Q,
All right.
Arizona.
Civic
should be
Q.
Oh my goodness. That is sheer talent. And he's going to perform at concerts. The Tehebo Zihile, just tell no Zebiwa. Job Nukhistaujo, Samuel, Ahehe. You come from very good family, bloodlines, hardworking, and it shows. Look at you. You're on your way. And all of our prayers for you for much more success. Thank you so much, Jerry.
All right. So we are now at the point where we're going to do the closing prayer. Before I do that, I wanted to show this. Looking forward to this. We hope to call the game, for you guys with Altrasay should play here. And then also look at these bad boys. Oh gosh, I can't even.
Oh.
Pinon. My coworker got them, and so I'm going to be eating like a squirrel during this Thanksgiving weekend, a long weekend. So looking forward to it. But Samuel, if you could just play anything, the chairwoman and I, we were talking about how should we do the closing prayer, and so maybe she and I can recite the Lord's Prayer, and while you have background music of anything you want to play in the back, maybe another Christmas carol, maybe, or it's up to you. It's up to you. So you think you can do that, and maybe about, I don't know, 2 to 3 minute version, and the chairwoman and I can do the Lord's Prayer really slowly, I guess. And all of you out there can chime in and join wherever you at. Prayer is power. Prayer is life. So, so you got something in your pocket there, Samuel?
I think this would
Oh,
be
by
a
the way,
great time.
Myrna Tise, you know her?
Mhm.
She says, "Yay, Samuel, happy birthday and God bless you. Beautiful." And Delea from the Bronx in New York City, Dea Del Slay Torres, she's asking, do you have a social media, Samuel?
Yes, I
Go ahead.
do. My Instagram handle is just SAMUELLUPE. Samuel Lupe. No space.
Oh, wow. Good.
That's easy.
I'm going to watch you play now on your social media.
Yes, I try and post at least once a month.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So play whatever. If you want to play a harmony, something, if you know your music, it's up to you. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll just do Silent Night, a classic, right?
Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Perfect.
Okay, Jerry.
And Chairwoman, we can start when he's into it.
I'll let you lead, and then I'll follow
Okay.
you. Go ahead.
We want to say thank you to Roger Leslie as well, being our guest. Yes, all around the world, people are watching. You can join in, and we'll do our closing prayer. The Honorable Chairwoman of White Mountain Apache Tribe, Gwendena Lee-Gatewood, and myself, her Chief of Staff, Jerry Glossier Jr., going to conclude this program and say the Lord's Prayer here. You ready, Chairwoman?
We all need prayer. We all need prayer. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on
on
earth
earth
as it is
as it
in
is
heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation,
temptation.
but deliver us from evil. For
For
thine is the
thine
kingdom,
kingdom,
and the
the
power, and
power,
the glory,
glory
now and
forever.
yours forever and ever. Amen.